All right, we're back in Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy. Thank you guys for being with us.
We found out
Going
something.
cat crazy here.
So Nikki has been known to be a cat person, and which is great. She loves her cats. But Mike and I have come to the conclusion through all the photo evidence that we have seen, she has one cat that just says they're everywhere. So she's got, this is my cat in Hawaii. This is my cat down south. This is my one over here. It's the same cat. I don't believe you have more. How many cats do you claim you own?
Right now?
Yeah.
3.
And so, but Mike, how many cats does she really own?
I'm not sure she owns any.
That's a good point.
I don't think.
I think she's all
Photoshop
from some picture off the web.
Well, here's the weird part: is that the pictures, and it's not weird in this way. It's the consistency part is that your cats are always like alone.
Yeah,
like there's nobody.
No backup.
There's nobody in the pictures
One
with
time
the
there was
cat.
I tell the people to leave when I'm taking
One time
pictures.
there was a foot in the picture, but that could have been anybody's foot.
Just,
But you also have the
I think
different.
you're just pulling the pictures off the internet.
The different temperatures.
Next
It
time
goes to
I have
Photoshop and the
I have
different
to put
temperatures.
someone down with it.
So you can do the brightness and the different backgrounds. So this looks brighter. This was my cat, and this is a little bit more yellow Hawaiian looking cat.
Yeah,
I think you're going to need to put your phone
Yeah,
like with the screen on the front that shows the date
Yeah, you
Uh-huh.
need
and the time, and then your face with the cat like
hold
this.
up a
Oh, okay.
newspaper with the date. You know, it's like
Okay.
and
that's a good idea. The newspaper.
Yeah, something-
Maui Times or
It's
whatever.
called
yeah.
it's called cat mapping.
yes, Mike and I.
You're actually staging that this
Yeah.
is a real cat in the real place and time where I'm at in the world I'm
Okay,
in.
that's hilarious.
mapping.
I am going to
Cat mapping.
Yeah, you'll
do that. Cat mapping. I have to.
Yeah,
write
you're
that
like
down.
kidnapping,
Yeah.
but a catnapping.
Cat
So you
napping.
hold up the meow. But I have a feeling if you have any, it's one. And I'm not sure. I think with Mike, you might not have any.
No, there's actually
So this
3
whole-
plus my
but you got-
brother's 3, so there's 6.
They're all the same cat. I've seen pictures. So
They all
how
have
do you
different
layer the
names.
cats on top of each other in Photoshop? Because you have one. There's one that there's 2 cats in the picture, but it's the same cat.
How do you? Oh, the flip flop.
Yeah, you must.
that's easy.
Cut
do
and
the
paste.
flip flop. Yeah.
Yeah, you just cut and paste on
Just
top.
copy the image and drag it over.
Yeah, same exact marking, same little whisker that's cut off short. It's very interesting.
Pretty soon they'll have clothes on them.
So we only got a couple minutes.
Yes.
It's more of an in-depth conversation, so maybe we should talk about it when we come back on the other side. But Nikki started.
Well,
so.
you were talking too about the World Golf Hall of Fame, and then we had Billy Whitney on, and you said you went there and they were changing the lockers and everything
Oh
like
yes,
that.
and that's what. So even though I went through it quickly this time, you've really got to go. But it's so neat because there's subtle changes. But they have all the trophies. You go up an elevator to the top, and there's all the actual. There's the Masters Trophy and the U.S. Open, and they have the 4 major trophies plus all that big amateur trophies are all actually in that building.
Really?
And
Tell
they
you.
move them around.
Is that in Jacksonville?
It's in St. Augustine.
St.
at World Golf
Augustine,
Field. It's
okay.
about 30 minutes from Jackson.
I really want to go after hearing you talk about it.
And they've got the golf courses there, the Slammer and the Squire and the King and the King and the Bear. They're all there's and the Renaissance Hotel is right on the property, which is where we stayed. But they mentioned the hole in one. They have a replica of the 17th hole at Sawgrass, which we went there on Saturday. By the way, they're getting ready for the tournament. It was awesome.
Oh, how
But
cool.
because they're playing in March, playing in
Right.
a couple weeks. But out there, so you could get 5. I think you get 5 shots, and you get a card. When you go to the Hall of Fame, they give you a card, and you get your 5 shots, and the balls are numbered, and you hit, and the one that's closest to the hole for the day wins this great prize.
Wow.
So there's people all day long going in there and hitting their shots, and then they have some run out and clean off the green. But it's the
That's
same. It's one-
really
So you
cool,
just
man.
hit your little, and they have clubs sitting there, so you hit.
So
your,
that's a replica
it's a replica
at the World
at the
Golf
Hall of Fame. There's a big lake
Wow.
in the Hall of Fame, and they've
I
got-
saw the lake. Did
they've
you go
got-
in there? I
Yeah.
said you should.
You
It looked
they
inviting.
frown on the swimming
frown on-
part.
yeah.
But I put my Speedo on. And
You
I
didn't
was ready
take
to
your
jump
shoes
in.
off and just kind of dip your feet
No,
in?
but I fed the fish.
Oh.
They have the little fish feeder things.
Yeah.
Caddy Shack, the restaurant's right there.
Nice.
But they have the World Golf Channel is over there. They have and then the World Golf Federation, World Golf
We gotta
Foundation.
go.
Yes, that's what
We
their
should do a
slogan
buddy
is.
trip.
So cool, man. It's
Cats?
cool.
Any cats?
You know, they have, I think there's one cat there, Mike.
Yeah.
It looks a lot like Nikki's cat, though. And so, and all Jack Nicklaus's cats are pictured in there, and you've got Tony Penna's cat. It's stuffed.
Wow.
So,
And then you got Tiger.
but then you got Tiger, right?
big cat.
Which is and there's
The
no
big
cats there.
cat.
But they have the replica bridge of on the 18th hole at St. Andrews.
Nice.
Where you walk across the bridge, they
Yeah.
take all photos. So you can, and the background is that hole, so you could get on the bridge and have your picture taken, so you look like you're standing on the bridge. They got a lot of interactive things. You know, the old wooden putters, and like I was saying, you putt the old greens and stuff.
So you were saying earlier, and before the Billy Whitney interview with besthole1.com, you were saying that they actually have the greens, like
Yeah.
the old style greens there you can putt on?
Yeah, they're synthetic, but they're awesome, and they
Wow.
have as close as possible. So the really slow greens back in the 1700s that were
Yeah.
mowed by sheep, if you will.
Yeah.
But they have the gutta ball and the old original
Gutta
putters.
purchase.
And they have all the original old putters all these clubs ever made, from all the way up to
That's
modern.
amazing.
So
Yeah.
you could see some of the very first clubs ever made.
I really want to
And-
go.
But
Yeah, that'd be
putting's
cool.
cool. So there we had a little putting match, and then they have the modern green where you have, and you're filmed, so it's like you're being on studio. So you go onto the putt on the green, and you see yourself on the cameras. And
Oh, boy.
So they have interactive. You go and putt,
Yeah.
and the crowd goes crazy and stuff. It's a pretty neat place, man, to hang out at.
Wow. What's it
So-
cost to get in?
Nothing for PGA.
Wow.
What's it cost to get in?
Nothing for PGA or a spouse of. You know the spouse cards your wife has?
Yeah.
That gets them in for free. I don't know that answer because I've never.
So the
paid.
people that are not PGA, they probably probably a lot like the patrons caddy, where they line up and then they got the runners with the chairs and they open up, and so that's where you're going to have to go.
Yeah,
Nikki.
there's a.
I guess I have to become
There's a
PGA,
separate
huh?
parking
Yeah.
lot that you have to go to way over there, and I think you can Uber in
How long does it take me to become
No cats.
PGA?
3 or 4 years.
3 or 4 years?
Yeah. About,
I
about
they let
15
LPGA
grand.
can go in.
15 grand's worth of school.
Yeah,
Oh, no. I
LPGA.
don't think it's worth it.
Yeah.
yeah, but I don't know what I would guess $30 or something. I don't know, but it's worth. But then there's tickets to they have the what's those theaters? I
Oh,
something?
IMAX.
IMAX theaters where they have different tournaments and things in IMAX where you go anytime you want. You have a ticket to go in, and it's worth going. You know, even like I said, I've been there a bunch of times, and they all look the same. The exhibits haven't. You know, the Bob Hope exhibit's still there. It's been there forever when he became inducted, but there's subtle changes. The new ones, the lockers.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember when Watson? I went to his locker and had just had the wedge.
Yes.
And we had him on the show, and
And
I
we-
said, "Oh, I
is
saw
that-
your wedge.
yeah.
The whole one you hold out." And he said, "That's not the wedge."
I know you were so disappointed.
Thanks, Tom.
You were so disappointed. I can still see that too.
He keeps that at.
your reaction.
I know.
I know,
because
really.
it was just
It's like
as-
his bubble burst.
It
was.
did. I was
It
so proud
was.
to tell him. I ran to his locker and I saw that wedge, and that wedge travels with him and goes different places. Not with him, but
Yeah.
it's on exhibit at different places. Greenbrier, I think, is where they house it.
He probably
But
shouldn't have
he
said
only
that.
had a wedge. Now there's a bunch of stuff in his locker. But I asked him on the show though, why was just a wedge? He goes, "That's the club. That's the soaring club. That's, you know."
That was really cool.
And it was the same sandwich. I think it was Ram or something that he hold out. But it is kind of neat because you can see personalities in their lockers of what kind of person they are.
Yeah, yeah.
And some are very simple and some are complex. And there's all kinds of stuff in there.
Yeah.
So I find it fascinating. And what would you put in yours? You know, what would it be that
Wow.
you put in yours?
Nikki'd have cats in hers.
Nikki would have a stuffed cat.
Cats.
By that time, when you
Bunch
make
of
the Hall of
cats.
Fame, you might, you just have your cat.
My cat.
If that
At
really
least
is a cat.
pictures. It would be lined with pictures of cats.
Whose locker is this?
That's Nick.
Oh,
That's got to be Nikki's.
That's Nikki Anderson. That's kind of unusual, isn't it?
Little water bottle, little water cat bowl in the bottom of it.
Little litter box.
The little door that they whack to get it into the
A little
house.
cat door. Mhm.
little catnip. A little bell.
And a
oh my
hybrid.
gosh, and a hybrid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a hybrid.
What's the club you had the hole in one with?
Actually,
6
driver.
iron?
It was a 5.
5 iron?
No,
That was
it was a 6.
6 iron.
It was a 6.
Nice.
God, I know that more than you do. You
Yeah,
want to make
I
a
had
hole
to
in
think
one.
about it, yeah. Because it was downhill, that's right. I was just thinking it was 150 something.
Hey, you got a hole in one.
Yeah,
That's pretty
doesn't
damn
matter
cool,
what
man.
uphill
That
Who
was a
cares?
cool
Air
hole in
cannon
one,
or a
too.
cat
I don't
hole.
care if
Watch,
you use
that
a
was
putter.
cool
You
to
could throw a
watch.
cat that far.
Yes, you can.
I can't.
We'll be back on the other side with Clubbing with Dave. You guys, Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy. Stay with us. Thank you.